Hi, my name is Yao, this is my video presentation, and let's get this started. My goals during this film was to focus on transitional and atmospheric scenes, whilst trying to blend them together to keep the audience intrigued. In previous films that I've worked on, in my opinion, I usually had failed to establish a setting and atmosphere for a story. Aspects such as the style, look, and sound of a film can help me achieve that. By the end of this project, I wanted to be able to create a world based on visuals and audio alone, essentially creating an opening to a film with also an introduction to a world. This involved experimenting on what to shoot that would make something coherent and how I can create an environment with the use of audio. Eventually, I came up with the theme of this film as transitions, taking it quite literally throughout the film, where we see clips of people going off to work, going home, or simply just trying to get somewhere. In terms of practical work, the most exciting thing was using all the audio that I've recorded to create a makeshift soundtrack, as the film did not use any music or pre-made sound effects. With the use of all the vehicles in the recordings and also murmurs in the crowds, I was able to achieve a very unique style that I have yet to explore before, and is something that I could very well experiment even more further in future projects. The main inspiration of this project came out of the movie Annihilation. A quick summary of the film: it starts off with introducing this anomaly called the Shimmer. Lena, played by Natalie Portman, found out her husband was missing after a year since leading a research group into the Shimmer, and she eventually goes herself with another group. Skipping forward a bit, this oddity was actually refracting everything, including DNA, which showed effects on plants and later led to characters having odd physical changes as well. Knowing this, the story also showed many wildlife that tried to kill the group, including a bear who was also able to mimic human speech to lure in prey, leading to a very intense scene. Another scene that I wanted to look at was the ending scenes where Lena had met extraterrestrial beings, and the sound that the aliens had made was something I wanted to get behind by. got me to understand the use of sound. As something like an alien that we do not understand, it uses a very hypnotic and distorted sound match. This got me believing that sound was more than just something to add atmosphere to, but also meaning as well. The concept of the film came from a video game called The World Ends With You, mainly taking away a scene that repeats on and on, reflecting throughout the game what our main character Neku feels until he is brought to a breaking point. Why?
What the hell?
I really like the use of crowd murmurs in these scenes as our character is pulled back and forth of whether to know who to trust and who he can claim as a friend. I wanted to take a similar approach and use this as an Atmos track and adding it to a climactic scene to add even more tension together with the other track. Throughout this project, I felt that I benefited in creating tracks out of all sorts of things, instead of just downloading tracks off the internet. In this area of audio, this is quite a step forward in the region of this aspect of film. Although the audio creativity was good, I think there's still a lot to be done in post-production, as the editing is messy and maybe incomprehensible to what the tracks are. However, with what I learned in this project, I managed to open an area that will be useful in my craft later on. As from the visual standpoint, I'm fairly disappointed in this area as I did not really experiment or gone out my way to really get shots that had stood out to me or outside of my style or comfort zone. In the future, I hope I'll be able to proceed with a certain gimmick or style that could freshen up how I use a camera and what I do with it. The film as a whole, as I was exploring in unknown territory, I felt pretty satisfied with what I had managed to do with experimenting audio like I haven't before. However, to fully realize this, I could book more quality equipment to further this area, and hopefully then I would be able to do more with that. Whilst experimenting and recording all the footage, I had also had a much deeper understanding of the importance of quality audio. I felt pretty satisfied with what I had managed to do with experimenting audio like I haven't before, though it may have been inconvenient to carry a mixer around. I think this film could have very well taken advantage of this and gone an overall better experience. Alongside that, hopefully I'll be able to apply this in later projects, creating a much more coherent film right from the start. In conclusion, this has been a smooth experience of experimenting and wish when the time comes that I'll be able to use this to help envision a film better. Thanks for watching.